so emotional at the show in Paris because I planned on coming out in America, and I think we talked about a documentary, and I think that I said something along the lines, I'm very proud of my past. I want to celebrate my past.
Okay, so picture this. One of the biggest fashion events on Earth, Paris Fashion Week 2025. Flashing cameras, A-list designers, and the world's elite sitting front row. And who suddenly shows up? Meghan Markle. But wait, the twist? She wasn't even invited. I know, right? She asked to come, and then strutted around like she owned the runway. I mean, what happens when you crash the fashion world's most exclusive party? The internet remembers. This was supposed to be Meghan's glorious comeback, her moment to prove she's a global style icon. Instead, oh honey, it became a masterclass in how not to make a comeback. And buckle up, because this story only gets wilder from here. Copycat walks, viral memes, and a friendship explosion that happened after one phone call. I'm serious.
Notice the change in Meghan Markle's expression after being ignored at Paris Fashion Week? No one expected that a single subconscious move would make her look.
It's the kind of drama even Netflix couldn't script better. Now, if you're going to make a statement in fashion, Paris Fashion Week is the ultimate stage. This is it, the holy grail of glamour. Every designer who matters is there, Vogue editors in the front row, and cameras flashing like fireworks. The stakes? Sky high. One right move can make you an icon overnight. And for Meghan, this wasn't just another event. This was her big reinvention, the I'm back and better than ever moment. She wanted to show she belonged among fashion royalty.
Victoria Beckham slams Meghan Markle for making fun of her broken foot she endured on Valentine's Day.
Not just as that ex-royal still clinging to fame. Paris, the city of lights, the paparazzi everywhere, every flash screaming her name. She imagined the headlines already. Meghan Markle stuns at Paris Fashion Week. It was supposed to be flawless, her comeback crown. But oh, it did not go to plan. Instead of everyone bowing down to her new fashion queen era, it spiraled into a full-on public spectacle. The internet wasn't applauding. It was laughing. Admiration replaced with memes. Class out the window. And that's when things started getting deliciously messy.
Meghan Markle's surprise return to Fashion Week just sparked a new wave of backlash. On October 4th,
so Meghan, in her Grand Paris adventure, starts posting these Instagram videos. She's strutting through Paris like she's the star of her own fashion movie, all pout and poses, slow-motion walks, and those intense stares. But the internet? Oh, they had thoughts, brutal comments, savage memes, Twitter was roasting, TikTok was reenacting. She definitely got attention, but not the kind she wanted. It felt forced, over-rehearsed, like watching someone take karaoke way too seriously. You can tell she practiced it in the mirror a lot. And the irony? Oh, it was thick. She refuses to visit the UK, won't let her kids go there, but for a fashion show in Paris?
No, Princess Anne made a chilling prediction about Meghan. When Anne first met the American woman, she had a feeling that Meghan's shelf...
She's on that jet faster than you can say couture. People couldn't help noticing how clear her priorities were. Every step, every pose screamed, "See me, I belong here." And that's when everything started crumbling. When Meghan finally made her grand entrance at the show, oh boy, get ready. She didn't just walk in like a normal guest. No. She performed. Choreographed to the last detail. She steps out of the car and it's full slow-motion drama. Shoulders back, chin tilted just so, walking like the crowd's invisible runway was made for her. It was giving main character energy, but in the audience. Her eyes locked on the cameras, lips parted just enough for that "I'm art" pout, that model face that says, "I'm untouchable." Every gesture was staged to dominate the frame. The hand placement, the head turn, the dramatic pause between steps, you could practically hear the internal monologue. This is my blue steel moment. But then, disaster. It didn't work. Instead of effortless glam, it screamed, "Try hard." Actual models glide. Meghan clomped. She looked like someone who'd been rehearsing this in front of the mirror for weeks, which, let's be honest, she probably had. The precision made it awkward. The confidence looked fake.
To say, Meghan sees this as Netflix making a declaration. They're betting on Beckham, not Markle. That sting.
Everyone could see the effort, and that's never chic. And of course, the internet noticed immediately. Minutes after those clips hit Instagram, social media detonated. Twitter threads, TikTok parodies, Reddit roasting her into next week. And the biggest comparison? Oh, it was too perfect. People called it the Zoolander walk. You know, the Ben Stiller movie about over-the-top models who think they're God's gift to fashion? Yeah, blue steel, baby. The memes were brutal. She's walking like the runway's for her. Someone tell her she's just going to her seat. The internet had zero mercy. This is what happens, someone said, when you watch too many episodes of America's Next Top Model and think it's a training course. The edits were merciless. Side-by-side videos comparing her to actual runway pros. And what hurt most? The critiques were painfully accurate. People didn't just clown her. They analyzed her mistakes like forensic experts. The forced expressions, the heavy deliberate steps, nothing escaped notice. When real celebrities go to these shows, Anna Wintour, Victoria Beckham, even the younger stars, they glide.
Today to be Meghan Markle's publicist. On the very same day, the Harkles waltz into NYC. Catherine, the prince.
They're calm, detached, effortlessly cool. They don't perform, they just exist there. And because of that, they own it. Meghan? She turned it into a production. Her vibe was the total opposite. Loud where it should have been subtle. Needy where it should have been confident. Every movement screamed, "Look at me, I'm important." It was all overdone. The timing, the angles, the fake, effortless hand wave. Nothing about it felt natural. It was all theater, a pantomime of what she thought a fashion icon should look like. But here's the hilarious part. She tried so hard to look effortless that the effort became the loudest thing in the room. Then came the aha moment. Viewers started realizing, wait a minute, but this wasn't just bad acting. She was copying someone. The severe face, the sucked-in cheeks, that icy forward stare, it was identical to Victoria Beckham's signature look. And once you saw it, you couldn't unsee it. Victoria's trademark look, the chic seriousness, the "I'm not smiling, I'm working" vibe, has been her armor for decades. It's what turned her from pop star Posh Spice into a legitimate fashion powerhouse. Her aesthetic means something. It says, "I earned my place here." But Meghan? It looked like cosplay, like she decided overnight. Today I'm Victoria Beckham. But without the history, the grind, the credibility. It was imitation without substance.
She thinks the runway is for her. One viral comment read, "Someone needs to tell her they're just escorting her to her chair."
A knockoff of authenticity. Experts even said it flat out. You can't just borrow someone's persona like it's a purse. You can't wear decades of credibility as an accessory. And the timing? Oh, it couldn't have been worse. Because right then, the Beckhams were having their biggest cultural moment in years. So right when everyone was obsessed with the Beckhams' Netflix documentary, you remember, right? Meghan decided it was her time to shine. The timing was so unbelievable it felt calculated. The Beckhams were being celebrated as the real deal. Hardworking, funny, honest, authentic. The world was swooning over their love story, their family bond, their work ethic. And while people were crying over David teasing Victoria about being working class in her Rolls Royce, Meghan popped up in Paris doing her Victoria impression. Everyone was celebrating the Beckhams' realness. And Meghan tried to steal that thunder by mimicking Victoria's whole vibe. The boldness of it. It was as if she thought she could just insert herself into the moment. The world saw it instantly. Is she trying to be Victoria Beckham? They asked. And you know what? It kind of looked like she was. But this wasn't just some random imitation. There was history here. The Beckhams and the Sussexes used to be tight. They were real friends. They went to each other's events, shared dinners, and confided in one another. But that all blew up. Spectacularly. Because apparently Meghan had accused Victoria of something huge. Word spread that Meghan thought Victoria had leaked personal stories to the tabloids.
I warned you, didn't I? I let you know first as ever and exclusive. Absolutely. Chum.
Can you imagine? Out of the blue, Meghan allegedly calls her, to confront her about gossip leaks. And Victoria, totally blindsided, hurt, shocked. I mean, she'd helped Meghan settle into London, shared stylist recommendations, and introduced her to the right people. She'd been nothing but kind. So when Meghan pointed the finger at her, it was like a knife twist. But the one who took it hardest? David Beckham. Reports say he was furious. To him, accusing Victoria of betrayal was crossing a line, especially since there was zero proof. That phone call ended their friendship right there. No slow fade, no, let's talk later. Done. The Beckhams cut ties completely. And here's the tragic irony. Turns out Victoria wasn't even the leak. It was apparently someone else. A random salon worker who overheard stuff. But by then, it was too late. Damage done. Trust destroyed. And now, years later, when Meghan shows up cosplaying as Victoria in Paris, it's giving drama with a capital D. Then came the car video, the one that truly broke the internet. Meghan posted this late-night clip of herself cruising through Paris, her feet casually propped up on the seat in front, city lights glimmering outside the window. Sounds glamorous, right? A little Paris after dark moment? Except the internet noticed something chilling. Her route. The bridges, the lights. It was nearly identical to the path where Princess Diana's fatal car accident happened. The Pont de l'Alma tunnel. The backlash was instant. People were horrified. Insensitive. Tone deaf. Unbelievable, they said. Royal commentators were savage. One even called it bewildering. Even her loyal supporters struggled to defend it. Like, how could she not realize the connection? Posting that route, especially with her feet up, smiling, filming, it came across as careless. Nobody believed she meant harm, but the optics, devastating. It showed once again a total lack of awareness. And when you're Meghan Markle, every move dissected, every photo analyzed, you just can't afford mistakes like that. If a random influencer posted it, nobody would care. But for her, every misstep adds to the narrative. Each one chips away at credibility. But oh, karma had more in store. Because just days after Meghan's Paris stunt blew up in flames, Victoria Beckham made her entrance at her own Paris Fashion Week show. And let me tell you, it was perfection. David and the kids, Brooklyn, Cruz, Harper, all showed up looking like a fashion dynasty. Sharp suits, calm energy, understated power. They didn't need to pose. They didn't need to perform. Their presence spoke volumes. Quiet confidence, effortless grace, the ultimate clapback. Without saying a single word, it was like the universe itself was doing the side-by-side comparison. Meghan performing for cameras, trying so hard to look like an insider, and the Beckhams just being insiders. That's the thing about real power. It whispers. Their united front said everything. This is what success looks like when you've earned it. No desperate theatrics, no borrowed aesthetics, just authenticity and legacy. And honestly, the visual contrast couldn't have been harsher. Meghan's overly practiced strut versus Victoria's effortless presence. One trying to prove she belongs, the other just belonging. It was poetic. By this point, even Meghan's own fans were quietly admitting it. The Paris moment was a disaster. Instead of a rebrand, it became a reminder of how disconnected she'd become from the image she's trying to sell. Meanwhile, Victoria didn't even have to address the drama. Her silence was the statement. Her show was celebrated, her brand praised, her family adored. And Meghan, left trending for all the wrong reasons. The irony of it all? Meghan wanted to prove she didn't need validation, but everything about that week screamed desperation for it. After Paris, the damage was undeniable. Meghan's so-called comeback became the internet's favorite punchline. The memes wouldn't stop, the press was merciless, and every headline screamed what nobody dared to say out loud. She was trying too hard. Meanwhile, Victoria Beckham didn't need to utter a single word. Her success, her family's elegance, her decades of quiet credibility said it all. In the end, Meghan's Paris appearance wasn't just about a fashion show. It became a symbol of everything that's gone wrong with her image. You can buy couture, you can pose like an icon, but you can't fake authenticity. Paris proved one brutal truth. Attention isn't admiration. Meghan got the spotlight, sure, but it burned. In the world of real style and earned respect, imitation will always be the cheapest accessory of all.